All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Aslin Beer Company, and they're out of both Alexandria and Herndon, Virginia, and this is their Champion of the Sun. So they're calling this an IPA that comes in at 6.2% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. I don't know exactly how old this can is, but I would imagine that it's no older than about 6 weeks old at the time of review. So don't know much about this one other than it's an IPA that is brewed with Citra, Waimea and Vic Secret hops, and I've never had it before, and I can't wait to get into it. So I'm gonna pour it into this glass and see what we got going on. So double dry hop Dunley Place from them was really delicious, just a easygoing, super drinkable beer. So hoping for much of the same from this one. Waimea hops I am not really all that familiar with. I've had some beers that have them in it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Vic Secret is a hop that is very hit or miss for a lot of people. I know a lot of people that really dig it, and then other people are like, nope, anytime I drink an IPA with it, not my jam. So that is a typical New England style IPA, very murky and turbid, more orange than yellow, has about a finger of this bright white, fluffy looking head. Yeah, looks nice. It's good nose. Ooh. Actually getting a little bit of vanilla, which is weird. I don't think there's lactose in here. Yeah, sweeter smelling, sweeter malt base. A lot of like freshly juiced orange, tangerine. A little bit of like a sweeter pineapple, not really candied or like crushed, but just sweeter. Like a full-on ripened pineapple. A little bit of mango, peach, apricot, like kind of stone fruit vibes. Some underlying grassiness to this one. It's also like a bubblegum kind of character, and I rarely get that in beers. I know there's a lot of people when they drink Treehouse IPAs, they talk about bubblegum. A lot of people seem to get that in from the yeast aspect of a different breweries and their New England styles. For me, it's hard to pick up on. It's just something I struggle with, but I'm getting like a bubblegum kind of like juicy fruit vibe to this one. There's a little bit of like a fruit that is not as sweet as the rest. Maybe like a gooseberry or something. Yeah, like an unsweetened type of fruit in here I'm trying to pick out. Struggling with. I don't know. It smells pretty good. It smells quite juicy. That bubblegum character, kind of different for me. I don't get it in a lot of beers. But for 6.2%, this smells pretty damn good. So cheers, everybody. Really nice. Much like the double dry hop Dunley Place, it's just such an easy drinking experience when it comes to New England style IPA. More citrus heavy in the taste. A lot of orange, ruby red grapefruit, sweeter citrus vibes, but it's also like a zesty type of citrus peel to this one as well. A little bit of a lemon lime thing too. That candied, take that back because I said in the nose it's not candied. That sweeter, like a ripened pineapple, not really here. More of like a, more closer to the pit of like a peach or apricot type of tasting note. A little bit of a vegetal herbaceous dankness underlying. That gooseberry is here too. It's a little bit more prominent, so it like kind of overrides the pineapple from the nose. That bubblegum yeasty kind of profile did not really translate into the taste. It was kind of just in the nose. Yeah, very easy to drink for 6.2%. This is like kind of what I want. The body on this one, go back one more time. I was going to say around medium body. We'll say lower side of medium body, appropriate for 6.2%. The mouthfeel, soft, smooth, creamy. Has a decent carbonation kick to it, which I actually prefer, 6.2%. Yeah, body, mouthfeel are nice, and the taste is just, this is the thing, 2 Aslin beers. I've had other Aslin beers that I have not like properly reviewed. Most of the Aslin beers I've had have been at like bottle shares. People crack open cans, and I really have dug the beers I've had at those shares. But sitting here drinking like, an entire can, or like sitting here reviewing it properly, I can just say that the 2 beers that I've had, really easy drinking, and just like this and the double dry hop Dunley Place would be 2 beers that if we could get them here regularly, they would be in my fridge probably, not all the time, but I would pick them up occasionally, a can here or there, and just throw them in, like, look, I want to sit down and like watch a movie or maybe watch the Sabres get their ass kicked, and I just want a beer to drink. I'm in the mood for a hop forward, a New England style IPA, whatever. This would be a beer that appeals to me because it has enough flavor, but it's not super complex, and it's just like a drinking beer. And I say that a lot, and people are just like, that sounds stupid, and I totally get it, but that's what this beer is to me. It's a drinking beer. A beer that I could buy a 4-pack of and crush 6.2% and not really think too much about it. Yeah, not much more to say about it. It's a good beer. This has a nice balanced finish too. It has a semi-dry, mild bitterness, slight residual sweetness on the finish too. 6.2%, you can't even tell it, it has alcohol in it because, nowadays if I drink a beer that's over 7%, or sorry, under 7% and I get the alcohol, I'm like, what the hell? Most beers under 7%, you can't even really tell there's alcohol in it. It drinks like I don't know, just drinks fantastically well. So yeah, not much more to say about this. This is an amazing beer, but this is a drinking beer for me, so I'm going to give Champion of the Sun from Aslin a high 4 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.1 out of 5. It's a damn good beer. It's this kind of is reminiscent to me more of like a pale ale, kind of skirting the lines with the ABV, but also just like the flavor profile. If you told me this was a New England style pale ale, I'd be like, sure. IPA, yeah, sure too, but I feel this is more like in a pale ale range, and yeah, it's just a really good beer. Yeah, not much more to say about it. So if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Price and availability, we don't get Aslin really here in the West New York area. They had, I forgot again, I reviewed the other one and I don't remember anything about when they showed up here originally, but someplace locally like did a special release of them. But then Brewed and Bottled Loose in New York got some of their beer. They got this beer and the Double Dry Hop Dunley Place, but we don't typically see Aslin here in the West New York area. So in the West New York area, very limited. I don't know what their distribution footprint is outside of the Virginia area, so if anybody knows, let me know. And price point for this one, I think this one was $18 a 4-pack. I think I paid $4.50 for that can. Kind of the going rate for a New England style IPA is usually in the $16 to $20 range, so $18 4-pack. Yeah, it's a fair market value. It's a solid price. But yeah, anyway, not much more to say about it. Damn good beer. So again, if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.